Hi there and welcome to your chatbot training. In this video, I want to quickly run through the different types of chatbot that we offer. Now, don't worry too much. This is really an introduction. I'm going to go into each one in a lot more detail as we progress through the training. But I wanted to go through these with you as early as possible so you can start thinking about how you might use them and you can understand the difference between each one. So the first one that I'm going to go through, in fact, before I do that, let's just confirm what they are. There's a widget bot, there's an embedded bot, there's a full page bot, and there's an exit bot. They're the four main types of bot that we offer. So like I say, I'm going to start with the widget bot. And as you can see on this website, down in the bottom right hand corner here, we have a bot icon with a little bit of what we call overlay text. Now the overlay text is fully customizable and it's there to encourage people to click on the bot and start engaging with it. So I'm going to do that right now and just show you how this looks, and you'll see it's much like any kind of live chat service. It pops up in a widget, starts talking to you, and you can then go ahead and interact with it. Now, this is the main kind of bot, like I say, that you will see on most websites that use chatbots, but there are some variations to this. So for example, you could have the bot open as soon as a mouse hovers down here. You can set it to do that. So rather than requiring a click to open it, it would open just when the mouse hovers over the icon. So that's one option you've got with this with the widget bot. Another one is to have it automatically open after a set delay. So when somebody lands on the site or the page that the bot is on, after a delay of 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 15 seconds or whatever you set it to, it will just automatically open. So this is good for getting people's attention. So if they're on the site, they've been on the site for a little while and it suddenly pops up and opens and starts talking to them, there's a much higher chance of them interacting with it than if it's just the little icon sat down here that they have to actually notice and go ahead and click. Now, both get a really good response. So it really does depend on the kind of page and perhaps the kind of person visiting the page as to which works best for your particular site. It's something that's worth testing. Don't assume one works better than the other. Always make sure you test it. And the last type of bot that I want to talk about is one that auto closes. So let's say, for example, somebody's interacted with your bot. They've got to the very end of the chat and there's no more content. At that point, the widget would automatically close, leaving the website full for the visitor to look at. Now, this can work really well. It's quite a polite way of doing things, but there are some scenarios where you wouldn't want to do that. Let's say that the end of your chat was a link to a product that you want people to go and buy. Well, if you close the bot, then the link's disappeared, isn't it? So in that case, you'd want to leave the chat bot open. But that is an option that you've got. But anyway, that is the widget bot. The next bot that I'd like to show you is the exit bot. So I'm going to go ahead and tweak my settings. I just need to flick a switch to turn the exit bot on. Then I'm going to come back and show you how that looks. Okay, so I've gone into my settings for my bot and it's literally taken me about 8 seconds. I've just flicked a toggle switch to confirm that I'd like the exit to appear. So now if I refresh this page and try and leave, so basically the exit means that anybody who goes above this sort of section to the top of the browser to select a different tab or close the page that they're on, the exit pop-up will appear. So I'm going to show that now. As you can see, the rest of the screen around it goes dark. And the pop-up which contains the chatbot is prominent. It's right in front of you. It starts talking and can get a high sort of engagement rate or interaction rate, I should say. And this is really good. So let's say, for example, you were an e-commerce site and you sell products and somebody's been on your site, they've had a look around and they're leaving without buying anything. Then this can pop up and say, hey, wait, before you go, would you like a discount? And you can try and achieve a sale by offering them a discount. So you can do anything like that you need to do. Rather than lose the customer, at least have one last chance of going either saving the sale or capturing their email address or whatever it might be that you're trying to achieve. So that is an exit bot. Now the next bot that I'm going to show you is an embedded bot. So let's say, for example, rather than have this text appear here on the website, I'd like to insert a chat bot. You can do that. You just take one little line of code and put it into the correct place within the source code for your site, the HTML source code. In place of where this is, and it will appear. So I'm just going to again pause the video, go and turn that setting on, and I'll come back and show you how that looks. Okay, so I've added my little line of code. I want the chatbot to appear here. So I'm just going to now refresh the page. And you can see that the chatbot now loads in place, in an iframe, in place of where that text was. I've very quickly tried to sort of give it a background that matches a little bit what I'm doing, but it's perhaps not quite right. But anyway, you get the picture. That is the same content. It's just appearing embedded within the site rather than in a widget that pops up. So that is the embedded chatbot. And the last one that I want to show you is a full page bot. And the beauty of this is that there's no other content on the site. So any visitor who lands on it is forced to read the chat that is being presented to them. So I'm just going to show you that now. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so here we are on a full page bot. Again, I've changed the background to something that's more suitable for a full page. And you can see I've got the ConvertoBot logo up here, and I've just got a sort of gradient background in the colors of ConvertoBot. So you can see, like I say, there's nothing else on the page. The chat comes down the middle. There's nothing else for the visitor to do apart from engage in the chat. So these ones work really well for lead generation. If you want to get data capture and get people's phone number or email address, whatever it might be, these are really, really good for that. But that is the 4 main types of bot. And as I say, we're going to look into each one in more detail as we go through the training. I'm not going to go into any more detail now because this video is already long enough. So yeah, that is your introduction to the different types of chatbot that we offer.